So, let's be real. Best case scenario, Kathleen Kennedy's in the crapper. Rian Johnson doesn't get his trilogy or movie. And somebody who's competent, who enjoys Star Wars, takes over. Disney Lucasfilm. Worst case scenario, Disney going to triple down, keep Kennedy in. She's going to still have decision-making powers, and Rian Johnson's going to come on in, make some more Star Wars, and just utterly tank the franchise completely. So, The Mandalorian has been getting hate from Anita Sarkeesian. And I've been thinking about this since yesterday. I did see Jeremy's video earlier on Geeks and Gamers, and I love that video. Go check that one out. He pretty much said it all. Anita Sarkeesian is she is the queen of the SJWs. She's their darling. Like Zoe Quinn's their darling. But the thing about Zoe Quinn is it's more easy to point out her fallacies because they're out there. You can see them. And she's been, I guess I can't say directly involved. She has been involved in whipping up media outrage on Twitter and social media, and instigates gangs of people to try and destroy other people's lives. So it's easier to discredit Zoe Quinn. Sarkeesian's another thing, because yes, you can point out her hypocrisy easily. She got called out on some BS yesterday, and then she played the victim. She did not address the fact of the matter. She addressed her feelings and perpetuated a false narrative. This is what SJWs do. And so yeah, that's both of these troglodytes are in the Phantom Menace Volume 1, Chapter 1. If you haven't picked up a copy, there's only 2 days left on the Indiegogo. Pick it on up. It'll educate you a little bit on some things that you might not have known about these awful people. But the reason I led into that is because Rian Johnson, the Variety interview he did, he's still attacking the fans. He's still attacking the Star Wars fans. And I watched a video from Yellow Flash, who just hit 100K. Congratulations, bud. Go check out that video. But every time Rian Johnson, I agree with Yellow Flash, every time Rian Johnson speaks about toxic fans, he's talking about the Phantom Menace. He's talking about us. This small minority still pushing the false narrative. Rian Johnson is an SJW. He's trying to monetize that false narrative. And I mean, a lot of them have. We cannot deny that due to the climate and conditions in Hollywood right now, that, SJWs have just entrenched themselves and have made money off of the tiers of fans. Rian Johnson mentioned that this is happening in a lot of fandoms. The attacks are this kind of toxic fan is happening in different fandoms. Well, yes, that's because SJWs have taken over various franchises and are using them to espouse socio-political narratives that don't make any sense, that are just dogmatic rhetoric that do not make sense. Their feelings over facts, and your feelings suck fucking ass. So, yeah, this is happening in a lot of fandoms because of people like Rian Johnson. Now, one thing that Yellow Flash was talking about, I have to disagree with. He said that he thinks that Rian is bitter about the reaction to The Last Jedi. I mean, he may be to a certain extent. Hollywood lives in an echo chamber, so they think the rest of the country thinks like they do. And we don't. We don't. I'm a 90s liberal. I don't recognize the Democratic Party. All right? I was pushed so far out of the Democratic Party that I'm libertarian now. Straight up. that's where I'm at. And it's because of people like Rian Johnson and people like Kathleen Kennedy and these Nina Sarkeesian and Zoe Quinn and all these fucking SJWs that are just destroying that party and pushing false narratives. It's just lies, straight up lies. So yeah, there are a lot of the fandom menace entrenched in different fandoms with their hearts broken because our favorite franchises that used to be about inclusion and hope and you know, that had things to deal with philosophy and straight science fiction, just basic escapism. We don't have that anymore. Now, The Mandalorian may be different. I'm going to check out The Mandalorian today, I think. I'm going to be on John Talks later, so it'll be before or after John Talks. I think it's going to be around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, John, for having me on. So I'm going to check it out. And to be honest, to be perfectly dead honest, the reason that I am finally just going to check out The Mandalorian, because I have been holding out, because, you know, not just for me, but because I'm a little bit of a voice in the community. We all have a strong voice, you know, but I'm writing the Fandom Menace volumes. I'm doing the fourth wave on my channel, author Stephen Walton, and I'm, you know, I wanted someone to represent the part of the fandom that's just like, nah, I'm done. I'm not taking any more crap from Disney Lucasfilm. But the reason I'm going to check it out at this point is because of the Anita Sarkeesians. They are really just going crazy that the Fandom Menace likes something Disney Star Wars. I mean, some of us have liked things before at various times. Some of us even like TLJ for whatever reason. You know, you're allowed to have your own opinions around here. You're allowed to think for yourself around here. And yeah, like for instance, I like Rogue One. I freaking love Rogue One. Well, it is. But I'm gonna be away from this truck. But the Mandalorian's getting attacked by SJWs for whatever freaking reason, which tells me that it's good. Tells me that it's moving Star Wars in a direction that seems more like it's being made by people who enjoy the lore and understand it. I mean, Kathleen Kennedy, that statement, we have no novels to pull from, we have no comics. How vapid, what a vapid twat. She should have never been put in charge of Disney Lucasfilm. She should have never had anything to do with hiring people to be put into positions as creators, or as Nerdrotic says, repurposers, excuse me. Should have never, ever been put in those positions. So, best case scenario, Bob Iger knows. I mean, I don't really put any faith in Bob Iger, too. I think he has affluenza. I think he's so rich he doesn't care. Can't connect at all with normal people. But best case scenario is, you know, somebody who understands real world is tapping Bob on the shoulder and going, Bob! Oh, Bob! Kathy is nuts and has no idea what she's doing. And they've put her in a little corner by herself. And gave her some Twizzlers and said, just spin around and do nothing. And they're going to get rid of her when they can, when it doesn't look like they're firing her. God. Fandom Menace gets called sexist all the time, right? Misogynist, racist, sexist, blah, blah, blah. And they can't fire Hollywood can't fire a woman who's doing a terrible job because she has a vagina. The hypocrisy of it all. It's astounding to me. And yet, here we are in the Fandom Menace having to defend each other and our ladies against SJW trolls who are acting sexist and racist to, you know, members of our community to everyone. I was about to say to members of our community who aren't white. It's to everyone. It's to all of us. You know, The colors don't matter. The colors just don't matter. The races just don't matter. Where you're from doesn't matter. You know, who you sleep with doesn't matter. What political party you support. If you support politics. I mean, what language you speak. It doesn't matter here. It doesn't matter in the Fandom Menace. It matters to them. That's identity politics. I think that Rian Johnson, I got away from my point there, I'm sorry, but Yellow Flash was talking about Rian Johnson being better. No, I really do believe that Rian Johnson enjoys being the troll. He enjoys it. He is, for those of you who are old enough to remember Leave It to Beaver, he is the Eddie Haskell of entertainment. He loves it. He loves that he pissed off more than half the audience. He loves that he divided the Star Wars fandom. He revels in it. This is what he wants to do. He's perfectly happy creating Knives Out and throwing in a bunch of political messaging. And if it fails and people are hating on it, he's going to love it. He's going to love it. This is what Rian Johnson is. He is an apex troll. As much as we hate him, as much as we don't like him, in as far as how he pursues success, how he sees success, he is successful. He is a successful troll, a successful idiot. You can't deny that. For what he likes to do, divide people, create hate, create division, ruin things for people. That's what he does. That's what he was hired to do by Kennedy, and that's what he did. Our only hope is that the people funding these projects, the producers, the investors, recognize what Rian Johnson is and just doesn't hire this jackal. That's the best thing that we can hope for. Either that, or we're just going to keep talking about him and monetizing the stupidity. Like I said, Rian Johnson on Variety, continue to attack the fans, proving what SJWs are, proving who he is. Nina Sarkeesian on Twitter, proving how daft, how outside of reality, how completely disconnected this woman is. She's just as bad as Jussie Smollett or Colin Kaepernick or any other of these idiots out there, just pushing lies, deceit, false narratives. I just want to share that with you guys. Thanks for staying so long. I try not to make videos more than 10 minutes, but I appreciate all of you. I don't talk about subscriber counts all that much because honestly, I kind of want to build my channel organically, and I don't really ask anybody to shout my channel out. If they do, they do. Great, thank you very much. But I don't ask for that because I'd rather carry live streams with 20 people, 25 people in a live stream that I know enjoy what we're doing or what I'm saying, than have an inflated sub count over 1,000, and having 5 people in a live stream or something. I value each and every one of you guys that subscribes and watches and interacts with my videos. Like, I really do appreciate you. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to be here, but you are, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm at 389 last count. I'm almost at 400. I'm kind of proud of that. A lot of these bigger channels that we all watch, they've been my inspiration, and so having just a piece of that, just a little bit from, is something I'm proud of. I love you guys. I'll see you in somebody's chat sometime soon, and be good to each other. Thank you for everything you do. Peace.